Hi, my name is Richard Bromell. I'm a director and auctioneer here at Charterhouse in Sherborne, Dorset. And I'm here to have a quick 5-minute walk and talk with you about our huge two-day auction coming up on Thursday the 16th of November and Friday the 17th of November. Now, as usual, we've got a huge variety of items. We've got about 1,200 lots, so I'm going to do a quick little sort of walk and talk around. So, as usual, vast number of ceramics and glass. You've got Copenhagen, you've got some Rye pottery, you've got Chinese, you've got Japanese. Up through here, we've got a load of pictures and bits and pieces. We've got miscellanea, we've got leather luggage, we've got pewter, we've got little Peter Rabbit's bookshelf. That's a sweet little set there, isn't it? We've got Dutch butter moulds and bits and pieces on round here. We've got a wonderful, if you like, silver. We've got a couple of days of silver. We've got a complete canteen set of silver fiddle, thread and shell pattern cutlery. It's modern, but it's, you know, it is for 6-place settings in its canteen as well. Value on that around about between £800 and £1,200. So more silver and plate. We've got tantalus. We've got a sweet little Mappin and Webb little Sunday set here. Certainly in my house, nothing stands around long enough to go into a nice little silver mounted bowl like that. But what a lovely little presentation set there. More plated items. We've got clocks. We've got big busts. This is a big boy, isn't it? And it's got its bracket on it here. The value on this, late Victorian musical bracket clock, around about sort of a couple of £1,000. On through here, we've got more pictures. We've got a sweet little tortoise-shell tea caddy. For those of you who know about antiques, this is a little pill maker, little pill maker there. And on through in here, again, we've got another sort of 800 lots or so through into here. On here, we've got some super pictures as well. So if you like the old Dobbo there and the old boys and bits and pieces. But through in here, this is one of my favourite lots in the sale. This to me is very Downton Abbey here. It's just amazing, isn't it? And wouldn't you want to spend hours here? It's all completely original and in superb condition. You've got cut glass and silver gilt mounted bits and bobs. You've got, I mean, things I recognise here because I'm a bloke are the nail clippers. I recognise a penknife, but this is basically so a lady could sit at her toilet and attend to herself. And this all folds in and shuts down. The value on something like this between £8,000 and £10,000, and Lord knows what this cost when it was new in 1919. Certainly a lot of money. But also in the sale we have this booze. Now we like a bit of a drink here. This is one of my favourite lots in the sale, and this is a bottle of 1966 Fonseca's vintage port here. And what's special about this? Well, it's the year, yes, we won the World Cup, but it's also my birth year. Now, I happen to know that 1966 is a great year for port because I've had a couple of bottles of it. And a bottle like this is just a single bottle, probably around about £100. But you can also see we also have other ports and whiskies, we have champagne, you name it, we've pretty much got it here. And up through here we have 2 serums full of furniture. Furniture. We have French, we have English, we have Japanese, we have lovely quality sort of mid-century reproduction furniture. We have huge 17th century style refectory tables, we have stools. But something which you don't normally see here are these motorcycles. Now, many of you who follow us know we have specialist auctions just devoted to classic motorcycles. But these are a little bit more special because these are the motorcycles from the from the Royal Signals, the White Helmets, the motorcycle display team. And they disbanded in September. We have 6 of their motorcycles which are coming up for auction. The other 20 that come from the team have been dispersed. They've gone back to Harris, who made them. They've gone back to museums and charities. So these are the only 6 that are coming up for auction, and they're going to make, well, we've got an estimate between £5,000 and £10,000 each. So the Royal Signals, the White Helmets, though I'm sure you've all seen them, jumping stunts through hoops of fire, men standing up in triangles and bits and pieces like that. On through here, more furniture. We have Regency linen presses here. We have Edwardian roll-top desks here. We have Georgian walnut. We have bookcases. We have carpets. We have rugs. You name it, we've pretty much got it. But also, as it's a huge 2-day sale and it's our November auction, we have a vast selection of silver and jewellery. And I'm just going to come on round into the cabinets in here and just give you a couple of minutes talking about my favourite items. Now this is absolutely amazing. This is a Japanese Meiji period table cabinet here, wonderful quality, certainly one of the better quality table cabinets I've seen in a long time. We have beautiful carved mother of pearl, something like this, probably £3,000 to £4,000. But at the other end of the scale, and as we are approaching the festive season, lot 682, I think this is super. Holly. Now, wouldn't this be lovely to have out on Christmas Day with some little sweetmeats or little bonbons or sweeties in or something like that? And the value on this is an Edwardian piece, probably between 150 and £200. Also on glass is this, Lalique, the large cockerel here. And he, I suppose the big boy here, not ready for the pot, is he really? But probably between £800 and £1,200. So there we go, that's lot 665. And still on birds, and who's a pretty boy then, we've got a lovely little pair of Austrian cold painted bronze budgies. Who's a pretty boy then? And they're lovely because they are a pair, because they do face each other, not facing the opposite directions or whatever. And the value on those, probably between £200 and £400. And whenever I see budgies, I always think about Jeff Capes and James Hunt, because they were big budgie fanciers. But also we've got this vast selection of silver and jewellery. Now this, to me, this is a particularly interesting item. This is lot 177, and this is a plated on copper coffee pot. The date on this is probably around about between sort of 1760, maybe 1770, and it's silver plated as opposed to be made of silver. And we've got here, which you won't be able to see I'm sure, but we've got here some of the earliest sort of faux or fake hallmarks to make people think it was made of solid silver. So that's quite interesting. The value on this, had it been a silver coffee pot, you'd be looking maybe a couple of £1,000, but as it's sadly just a plated one, you're looking more like sort of £200 to £300. Something that's silver and is still remaining particularly hot to trot as a marketplace is this wonderful Russian silver gilt and Champlevé enamel sugar bowl with a swing handle. It's not really behaving itself, it keeps on falling down, doesn't it? We've got here with the little matching little tongs as well. That's come from a client down in Devon, and something like that, that's probably sort of around about the £500. But if that's not enough for you to spend at auction, we have this. Now, time is money. This is a wonderful little 1930s Rolex Prince gentleman's wristwatch here in a 9-carat gold case, very sought after, very wearable, and for a lovely, good, honest, original Rolex Prince like that, you're probably looking between £2,000 and £3,000. Again, a wonderful selection of watches. But jewellery, we have around about 250 lots of jewellery, and this is one of my favourite pieces, which I'm going to talk about now, and it's this wonderful 18-carat gold continental cameo brooch. Now this isn't a shell cameo, this is actually a hardstone cameo here, and it's very sweet. There's little seed pearls going on around it. Now sadly, brooches, they're not as popular as what they were. What we need is the Duchess of Cambridge to go and start wearing a brooch like this. It'll come out on Tatler and then everybody will want one. But this is a wonderful quality brooch. The estimate on this is between £500 and £600, so an ideal little sort of a early Christmas present for someone there. So there's a bit of a whistle-stop tour between the 1200 lot 2-day auction. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, we'll see you at the sale.